Okay. Hopefully I should be live right now. Just gotta make sure everything's good. If I'm live, let me know. It seems to be okay right now. This is just how beginning of streams tend to be. But, yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'm doing pretty alright. And, hey, we got background music now. The production values are increasing day by day. So, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy, Matthew Smart here. And, got a pretty different stream for y'all today. And, so back, when I was doing my Wave 6 Mario Kart Deluxe stream, since it was the end of the booster course pass and everything, stop lying about what? Did I just forget what I said in the past 30 seconds? Also, how you doing, Sean? Hello, A. How you doing? So yeah, back in the Wave 6 Mario Kart Deluxe stream, I reacted to one of my older videos, which was top 10 Mario Kart tracks I was most excited for, since that just seemed fitting for the time. I really enjoyed doing that, and there's no music. Hold on. No, there is. It's just, you might have your volume down. Cause I have it pretty low. This is also one of the lower songs I have on the playlist. Once the next song picks up, we'll get a bit more lively. But yeah, I wanted to do more, commentary stuff for some of my older videos, and I figured, yeah, I just don't want overpowering my voice. So yeah, I wanted to look back at some of my older works, just to sort of just show you guys, you know, the process of making them, and just, where my headspace was at, during those times, and what those videos mean to me now, if I think they hold up. What better way to start than the video that basically helped attract a lot of my modern audience. And that was my 2020 SMG4 fan video. This is going to be a trip. So, if for some reason you do not know who SMG4 is, basically imagine taking Mario and putting him on crack, basically. That's basically what SMG4 is. It's basically just taking Mario 64 and Gary's mod, shove a bunch of original characters in there, and just make a meme out of it. That's the show. And I started watching it back in... I heard sprinklings about it over the years, but I didn't really start truly watching it until early 2018. And that was because SMG4 and their Let's Play channel, Hobo Bros, were teaming up with a bunch of other Nintendo YouTubers to create a group called Minus World, which hosted a lot of people like Nathaniel Bandy and Simple Flips and Tendrew, lots of other people, and I figured, you know what, maybe. And then they announced that they were going to be going on tour in my local area. Oh my gosh, it's the ghetto SMG4. No way. Yeah, and virtual and everything. Nice to see you all here. But yeah, I believe the first video I properly watched okay, so it's the first video I think I technically watched was the We Are Number One parody with Waluigi, but that was like way before I actually got interested. I saw it because I know another YouTuber I used to watch the Waluigi parody, and the impression wasn't really as good. So I just sort of skipped down that. And then I stumbled upon the Super Mario Sunshine repainted of Hobo Bros. Before I even knew the connection with SMG4, I was just like, I want to see these dudes reacting to these stupid edits of Super Mario Sunshine that I really liked. But nothing more than that until Minus World started. And then I got interested and found out they were doing a tour, so I could meet them in my local area in Arizona, and figured, why not? I'll see if I like it. And I believe the first video I properly watched was if Mario was in Kirby Star Allies, because I really like Kirby a lot. Could you tell? And crazy to see where we're at right now with my life. This puffball's carried me so freaking far. Then I want to start watching more videos, and I just got really, really interested in the style. Just taking Mario on these weird, stupid adventures was just really, really amusing for me. And over the years, I would continue to be interested in what they were doing, on top of, like, the original stuff with Glitch, like Meta Runner and everything like that. And it was just a show that I was really passionate about watching pretty much nearly every week when they would put out a new episode. Nowadays, I don't watch the show anymore. I'm not really going to get into the reasons for that. Nice shirt, by the way. Thank you, thank you. It's actually a Hawaiian shirt above a Hawaiian shirt. I figured I wanted to look a bit spiffy today. But yeah, I'm not really going to get into the reasons why I don't really watch the show anymore, because it just brings up too many bad memories for me, and I really do not want to get into that. All of you in the chat, be nice, okay? This stream is not an open invitation for you to just hate on the modern videos, okay? I do not want to have that discussion. But at the time, for a good few years, I'd be really interested in what they were doing, just because it was so unique, and I was engaged with it. It was just a lot of fun. And, you got really close with the /S ghetto SMG4. But yeah, so I believe my first interest in wanting to do machinima based on it was, Matthew, you're the most talented person I've ever seen before. Thank you, Gomogora. I really don't think I'm that good, but if you see me in that light, I appreciate it. But yeah, I believe, so I actually started, so the Mario recolor that you guys probably know was introduced, like, way back in 2018, actually. It was when Smash Bros. Ultimate got revealed at E3, and there were these Twitter accounts, or Twitter at the time anyway, that were making, like, reskins of the renders, and I was like, hey, can you make Mario and Luigi in a teal blue shirt and hat with black overalls? And that's just kind of how that recolor was born. The only thing I really changed about was I made the shoes black as well, because they were just the original brown initially. So that was really cool. And then 2 years later, I put them to practice in this fan video. So yeah, I remember getting Gary's mod back in 2019 because I got a Steam gift card for Christmas and figured, why not? I'm going to tinker around with this software a little bit. And I experimented with a lot of different ideas, and then in 2020, the idea hit me, where I was like, hey, maybe I should make my own SMG4 fan video, because I was seeing a few other creators making their own. I thought it was a cool idea. Why not put my spin on it? And that's kind of how this SMODNAR is born. SMG4 is mid now, but who cares? It's not hurting anybody or anything. Yeah, I do respect that point of view. What's up, Super Neo Nova? Neo, I don't know. Welcome to the stream. I really thank to your great friends who are SSENMODNAR and Matt Worry for integrating your evil version of the video. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Now, I do want to make clear, I really do not like talking about evil Matthew Stewart on this channel. But I feel like for this specific occasion it is okay, because it is kind of talking about the origins of the character. So, I think it makes sense to, like, you know, sort of reference it here and there. So there's that. So yeah, I started experimenting, like, with ideas with the, making a fan video, I think back in the late summer of 2020. It was the height of the pandemic, didn't really have much to do, and figured I didn't really have the skills to make, and the best place to make reviews yet. at least in the terms of like the Super Monkey Ball Mario Party stuff that you see now. Yeah, so that's sort of spiraled into me making that video to show appreciation for this channel and sort of experiment with a type of content that I've never really done before. I think he's referring to my character, Ghetto, SMG4. I want to sort of go back, and we're going to rewatch the video together, which it is my most popular video on my channel, at least public. I have some private videos that have gotten way more views than that fan video, but maybe we'll explore that another day. So we're going to go back, watch that video, and I'm going to sort of walk you through just how I made it, the process of making it, what it means to me now, and everything. Actually, before I do, I almost forgot, I did end up going to that tour. The video, I recorded a vlog of me going to the SMG4 tour. It's no longer public on the channel. I might make it available again someday. I didn't delete it or anything. I don't know if it's unlisted or private, but I do feel like it makes sense to show you the clip of me actually meeting Luke and Kevin. Just because I feel like it just sort of goes to show how passionate I was at the time. What is this song? It's an unused version of Clawdaddy Beach from Yoshi's Woolly World. The song that's actually in the game is a more beach-inspired version. This is more of a snowy version. But yeah, I'm going to pull up the clip from that tour vlog right now and show you me meeting Luke and Kevin. Man, I really record like a 5-minute intro for this thing. Okay, so yeah, just scrolling to where the part shows up. You get to see 19-year-old me acting really, really goofy and scared when meeting his idols, basically. So, yeah, let me know. Yeah, let me turn up the volume a little bit. Here's the clip. It's gonna be really awkward for me to watch this because I was so nervous when this popped up. But here's me meeting Luke and Kevin. Here it is.
Alright, I'm here with the SMG4 crew.
Hello!
What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
This is so overwhelming. This happens every time I meet a YouTuber. Like, my heart shakes.
Nah, that's so bad.
And again, I'm just a recent fan and everything.
I'm glad.
This guy's got awesome stuff. Check him out.
What's your YouTube channel name?
Just Matthew Smart, just my name.
Shout out to Matthew Smarts.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good. It's a pleasure. Can't wait for the show.
Oh, man.
Yeah, super excited.
Awesome. Let's take a photo.
Yeah, and then we took that picture. And yeah, that is how I met Luke and Kevin, basically, at that tour. It's crazy to me that happened. They haven't really toured in America since 2018, and I feel like it'd be a very different vibe now, considering, you know, how much bigger the channel had become. Because when this happened, the channel was around 2 million subscribers, and now there are like over 8 million, I believe, which is crazy to think about. And, you know, the show has changed so much since then as well, on top of, like, you know, the story arcs and OCs and everything. And yeah, you could tell in the video, I was just so nervous because, you know, I always got like goosebumps, like meeting, you know, people that I only really knew online, you know, on TV and everything. So it was just, I was really scared to talk to, you know, a lot of people because I feared, oh, they would look down on me. I'd make it like a very awkward impression. Nowadays, I'm much more chill about it. I was at a convention a few months ago, and I met a couple of people, and the experience was a lot more chill by comparison. So I've definitely let go of a lot of that awkward energy. But yeah, this was one of the coolest things. Crazy to see Matthew Smart giving time of day to such small YouTubers. Yeah. Giving them, yeah, it's called making people aware. Yeah, only yeah, they'll get 2 more subscribers for helping out with this. So maybe I'll make the full vlog available again someday, but for now, this is a really cool moment in my life that I will always cherish this. So, with that being said, why don't we get into the fan video? Excuse me. Alright, so, let me pull it up. Also, is the audio good for you guys? Should I turn up the, video for you, or is it good right now? That's a true core memory, that's awesome. Yeah. First is that's just SMG4. Tomorrow, Scott the Woz. Soon, the world. But, yeah, so, let me pull up the fan video. It's good? Okay. Yeah. Matthew Smart's SMG4, which, if you don't know what SMG4 means, it's just reverse the way it's spelled. It's just randomness in reverse, basically. That's because SMG4 did do a series of SMG4s, which is basically just random clips and everything, and that's just how I decided to go about it, because obviously I didn't really have, didn't know how to make a full story yet. So here is the boy. Here is the boy. Let me just make sure. Okay, hold on. Okay, the boy. I gotta make sure the desktop audio is on. Okay, yeah, almost forgot to turn it on. So yeah, there is the recolor. I just thought, the teal shirt and black overalls and everything. I just thought that'd be pretty neat and kind of cool looking. Granted, making a Mario recolor look cool, I mean, there are certainly words in the English dictionary. Cool is a word in the English dictionary. But yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's the 2015 SMG4 intro that I recreated right there. Because that is my personal favorite of the SMG4 intros. And I just, which is just because it's just so silly and goofy. Like, you know exactly what you're going to get yourself into. Something familiar, yet very weird, within, like, only 3 seconds. The only SMG4 intro. Indeed. And then, just like new! And then just Al from Toy Story 2 fills in for Mario for whatever reason. Alright. I will be pausing a lot, so I do apologize about that. And now, here's SMG4, the man himself. So, in case you do not know, so that right there was a reference to, one of the greatest YouTube videos of all time, with, the Fesh Prince of Blair. Oh, hey, Aaron, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you, man. I don't know how much you're gonna get out of this weird stuff I'm showing on screen, but hey, it's a pleasure to see you. But yeah, so it is a reference to the Fesh Prince of Blair, which is one of the greatest YouTube poops in cinematic history. Which obviously it's referencing the show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The opening is just Carlton just going down the stairs, up and down the stairs, and it's just really stupid and really funny. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm not going to play the clip because the watermark has a username that I don't know if I feel comfortable showing on the screen. Nowadays, the user goes by a different name that's much more appropriate, but I don't think I'm willing to show it on the screen right now. But yeah, it's just... It's peak fiction. What can I say? And then like, okay. So the aspect ratio stretched out, because originally it was just, the 4:3 of Super Mario 64, and now it's just stretched out. That was not intentional in any way. That was just me, old SMG4 looks at the floor for a million years. that probably would have been a video in like 2012 or something. But yeah, so now the aspect ratio is stretched out. That was non-intentional. So I was using Project 64, which is a Nintendo 64 emulator, to get all the footage of Mario 64. And I wasn't exactly good with scaling aspect ratios at the time. And just, I had to tinker around with a lot of stuff in order to get this looking somewhat okay. So yeah, some of the clips are in 4:3, but most are in the stretched ratio, which, you know, that's, the stretch ratio is what SMG4 looked like for so many years, so it's really not that big of a deal. But it's just like, it's a bit weird. And Project 64 as an emulator is just really difficult to work with, because you have to constantly switch ROMs in order to make the watermark didn't look bad. It's the meaning of, like, the words in there that make it a little bit risky. But yeah, so yeah, Project 64 is difficult to work with because you have to switch ROMs every time you want to change an expression, and, you know, quality can only be so high. Nowadays, whenever I want to do Super Mario 64 stuff, I just use Super Mario 64 Saturn, which is basically taking the PC port of Mario 64 and recoding it to be good for machinima purposes, and it is so smooth. You can change stuff on the fly, super convenient, camera controls and everything. Once you go to Saturn, you can never go back. And that's what I used for my entry for Super G64's Race to the Flag collab entry. So that's that. Saturn mentioned, peak detected. Shouts to SM64 Rise for making that software. She is the GOAT when it comes to Mario 64 machinima making. Machinima making tools, anyway. But yeah, let's continue.
Hello.
The first words to come out of the recolor's mouth. This was before the evil intentions started coming out. Yeah, much more friendly compared to these days. Yeah, it's very, very awkward when it comes to making you sound natural when you're looking like a Mario reskin. Nowadays, thanks to Evil Matthew Stewart, you know, I can play it up a little bit more and have a lot of fun with it. And this was like an older version of the Mario model that's been out for years, whereas Evil Matthew Stewart would use a remade version of the Mario models by a certain person who shall not be named. If you know, you know. Yeah. And this is what happens.
Oh, my leg. Oh, there goes my leg.
Cinema right here. And like, that was an Xbox Series X that I just threw out. Like, I just figured, you know, I had it available in my as one of my add-ons in the Steam Workshop. I figured the Xbox Series X was new at the time. I figured it'd just be fun to throw that little fridge at the recolor. I do not actually own an Xbox Series X, for the record. And judging by a lot of Microsoft's recent business practices, I don't think I ever will get one. Just, that's all I'll say about that. Oh shoot, sorry, I thought I got rid of Mario Recolors a long time ago.
That's racist against your own kind, you know.
Who are you and what you want? I'm kind of busy making memes right now.
My name's Matthew, and that's actually what I'm here to talk with you about.
Again, well, my name's Matthew, and this is, like, shut up. You sound so bored. You sound so bored. Does bro just die in the first scene? Yes, in the good timeline. But yeah, when I just talk, like, listen to this again. Listen to this again. Especially when you just,
Well, my name's Matthew, and that's actually what I'm here to talk with you about.
When I just say that, it's just so casually. Especially when, you know, SMG4 doesn't have voice acting, because obviously I couldn't get the actual Luke to voice him. Surprise! It just sounds so awkward when I'm just talking so nonchalantly out of a Mario recolor. When I'm doing with the villager, it's more natural, because obviously, you know, there's less of a performance needed there. But as the recolor, you know, obviously, you know, when I'm doing when I'm putting on the evil Matthew Stewart voice, you know, it's a lot more natural to hear just vicious agony coming out of this stupid recolor right here. But, you know, just my normal voice, just very casually like this. Should have asked SMG4 for his voice. Yeah, talk to the 5 million subscriber YouTube channel for the voice. You got it, bucko. Yeah. That's just the way I've been pausing. I should keep doing that just to spite you. Yeah, 2015 Gmail era. Yeah, I mean, I think people have got a lot more comfortable with voicing their characters nowadays, if they're not just recreating the old style anyway. But in terms of just, just talking so casually, even if I were to just do my casual voice, you know, I can be a lot more, like, performative with it. But yeah, I definitely think I'm better doing this casual voice with the Animal Crossing villager these days. So yeah.
You see, I've been watching your videos from afar, and I was wondering if you could use the assistance of a new editor!
And there's the plot device. Yeah, and then the spazzing right here. Sorry, I'm going to be pausing a lot for this video. I apologize for that, but I do feel like I want to explain stuff. So yeah, the spazzing, I think I figured out how to do this thanks to Luke's video about, how he makes these videos. And basically, I'm pretty sure what he does is he loads another ROM and then loads a save state for Mario 64, and then this is what happens. Just spazzing. And I feel like I'd probably do the happy expression nowadays if I were to make this today. But I'm honestly impressed I was able to pull this off at the time. He just thinks it's so funny. And then just switching to the Gmod castle. It's weird. It's weird, the shots, because you get like the Mario 64 doors and then just this. It always bothered me, just the shift right there. But there really isn't much you can really do about that when you're just starting out.
What's so funny?
I'm sorry, it's just that I don't exactly see you as the meme-making type.
Come on, man. I've been locked in a basement perfecting my craft for years.
Where all Mario recolors go.
I even made my own video to show you my skills.
And that's another little SMG4 thing, when they would just use PNGs to show objects you couldn't put in, like, the Mario 64 world at the time. So there's that. Alright, if you went through the trouble of making a video for me, then I guess I'll give you a chance. Let me see the video.
Oh, thank you. You won't regret it.
And then we have the Gmod TV dropping on him. There we go, the second death of the video.
Feast your eyes on my masterpiece.
And then here we go, SMODNAR, the Matthew Smart edition. I'm so excited to watch this. And then, you know, there's a little disclaimer about, you know, just things about, you know, I'm not affiliated with SMG4. There's some warnings and everything. And, like, the Mario text I got, I don't know why I got this version in particular, because you cannot put lowercase letters with this Mario font. Nowadays, I have a much better Mario font, which does have lowercase, but this was just what I had to deal with at the time. Yeah. And here we got, so this is the Koopa Troopa Beach map made by my buddies at Team Toad. So, Koopa Troopa Beach is one of my favorite Mario Kart tracks. I wanted to use it in a video like this. And I just figured, I wanted to use this. I downloaded the map from the Team Toad YouTube channel. They do a lot of Mario 64 skits and tutorials and everything. And, this was a save state, so I couldn't really do expressions. So I went to their Discord server and sort of asked them, like, what the issue was. And then they made, like, a dedicated ROM for me of this map. And I was able to get the expressions down, because otherwise, you wouldn't be able to have the regular expression. I don't know why I get those black outlines on the eyes. I still get that in Saturn, funny enough. I don't know how to fix that. In terms of, like, certain expressions and everything. Yeah, and now I'm good friends with the buddies at Team Toad. They really helped me out with this map, and some of them, a handful of members of Team Toad, are helping out with Leaf Haven, so that's pretty neat.
Mario, what are you doing? How many times do I have
I love
to tell
Mario's
you
gibberish.
spaghetti doesn't come from the ocean?
I love how you can clearly see, and not on this frame, but, like, you can clearly see the artifacts of, like, Project 64, like, chopping up the face a little bit. So that's fun. If you look closely, yeah, you can see it.
Oh yeah, let's go. Come here.
Oh yeah, especially when he's swimming down.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, like right there, you can clearly see just Mario is phasing out of reality, like that. So that's always fun. That's always fun. Yeah.
Oh. Come here, fishy fishy.
Hello, it's me, Yoshi.
I hate that Yoshi model. I know it's more accurate to Mario 64, but I much prefer how the modern design looks. And yeah, that's the Mario Gets Spaghetti bit. Honestly, I feel like I just add this bit because I couldn't really come up with any great ideas, but I think the donkey bit saved it a bit.
Holy cannoli, kids, I'm Mario, and I'm telling you...
This part was also, like, rushed, because like, I made this, like, before I had to leave on holiday, to visit family, because it was around Christmas time, and I couldn't really bring my computer with me, for that, and I wanted to get this out before SMG4's collab came out, and so this is what ended up happening. Some bits that I just kind of wanted to do, just to pad the runtime a bit. I'm sure I could do this a lot better now, but this was just, there wasn't much I could do about it. It's pretty easy. You just take the eye textures in a photo editor and erase all the pixels around the actual texture. I did do that sometimes, but they would still show up. And I don't understand it.
You're gonna turn into a Goomba. Don't be the last
Yeah, that's the whole skit. Peak. Now this skit I actually do really like. Jub Jub was like one of the new characters from 2020. I do own the plush of Jub Jub. I mean, you see him later in the video. But yeah, it's just, I wanted to do something really goofy for Jub Jub, because like his bit at the time was Mario kicks the baby, and I decided, what if the roles got reversed? And this is how that bit was made.
Kick the baby.
Honestly, okay, so this is the Gmod Peach's Castle. I honestly think that still looks really good for putting the Mario 64 model in there.
Oh no!
Let's get you out of here. Mario.
Okay, the stop motion, it could be better. Jub Jub's limbs weren't really that good, so I had to make do with what I had and keep it simple. But I feel like I would make it a lot more exaggerated if I were to make this today. But this is what I had to access to at the time.
Make a wish, honey.
It's so good.
I have so many waifus today. I'm so happy.
And so this bit right here, I feel like people would disassociate with me if I just showed them this image with no context. And it was the break the target. I couldn't figure out how to make it flat completely, so that was the best I could do. The Fishy Boopkins bit, I got from a pack Kevin made for the 3 million subscriber special. And then the bit that comes after this, I just ripped from the Demon Among Us video, where Shroomy becomes evil, and he destroys an ice cream shop, basically. Winnie the Pooh. I didn't want to get actual anime characters, so I just figured Winnie the Pooh. This is silly. This is just silly. Malking Boo. Yeah. Boopkins has connections from the Chinese government. Yo, where is that in the lore, Luke? You haven't elaborated on that yet. Yeah, but I still really like this. I posted this on the SMG4 subreddit, and it got over like 500 upvotes. Yeah, I wanted to make the Metal King Boo scream a bit more interesting by distorting it a bit. I hate that scream now, but I thought this would be a good way to make it interesting.
Again.
Alright.
Hey, yo, the pizza here.
Oh my god!
Wedgie.
So, this bit right here, I believe was this was actually, I believe, the first bit I made for the video, because I remember I made a post. So I saw someone make a post on Twitter, and I don't have this clip up there anymore because I purged my history on the platform from 2020 to before, because I really didn't like the person that I was. But this guy with like a Furby handle or something made like a tweet where it was just like, Wario, Ayo the pizza here. And just a bunch of like fart sound effects and everything. Just 12 different ones. And so I figured I just wanted to make that and shock them for the funny. And this doesn't have the fart bits because this is just a slightly less chaotic version, because you're going to see that in the 21st century humor part. So I decided to simplify that, reuse it for the video, and there we go. Okay. I really need to use the bathroom right now, so I'm gonna hold on this frame of Wario. I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn the music back on. So yeah, I need to go. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. Enjoy the tunes. It is a very good thing that I was not playing Mario Kart, because otherwise I would have had to rush it. And I also didn't have my fan on, so I was just sweating like a pig. So, yeah. We are back now. And yeah, so let's continue on with this, wacky journey with, Wario and friends. Alright.
Wedgie.
Ladies and non-ladies alike, allow me to welcome you to
Name That Meme!
I'm your host, Matthew Smart, and joined with me today is our lovely contestant, Shroomy the Mushroom.
Howdy, folks, it's me, Shroomy. How you doing?
I still love that clip so freaking much. So, for context, right? So yeah, I wanted to do a little game show segment because I thought that'd be pretty funny to sort of just have one of the characters go through a lot of just wacky shenanigans with a stupid trivia show. And I just chose Shroomy because I like Shroomy a lot. And the clips were again from Luke being from the 3 million subscriber collab that just offered voice lines for a Shroomy. And then the reason for Shroomy falling like that, I don't know if it's the model or the map, but when I unfreeze them, it just phases through the floor. This happened multiple times, but I feared that the gag would get old if I did that like more than once. I just figured this would be very... Ave Maria. It's so good. It's peak fiction. It's peak fiction. Alright.
The rules are simple, buddy. I'm going to show you a black
Big Yoshi.
meme, and your job is to correctly name that meme. And if you get it right, you will win your own private airboat you can use to travel the 7 seas and get out of my face forever.
Oh boy, I love me.
He's so evil.
Now, without further ado,
Name that meme!
Oh golly. Oh man.
You know he won't be able to figure this one out. All he knows is scalp leading and hunting without thought.
It's time to stop.
You'll be fine.
Just do it.
Wrong! You brain-dead buffoon!
I'm honestly impressed with how I was able to, like, change the layers so that, you know, you obviously see me, behind the desk at first. I will get... friggin' I'll get the pause right eventually. Yeah, right here. And so I jump, and then immediately go in the other layer. I'm honestly pretty impressed with that I was able to pull that off at the time.
Dead buffoon! It's Harambe!
Harambe!
What? No! That's not fair!
The evil intentions are coming out.
Calling it! I'm speaking to my manager about this.
Okay, now, I'm going to pull the cat out of the bag. I'm going to admit, I kind of stole the skit. So, this bit, a lot of the jokes and everything, I kind of repurposed and took from another show called Conjun House, which is essentially just a lot of really stupid skits thrown into one. I based this off of the second episode of that show specifically. And I kind of ripped off a lot of the jokes right there. I'll be the first to admit, H-Bomber guy, do not go after me. So, I'm actually gonna... You can press... I'm using VLC to show this. I'm not pulling up the YouTube video. So I can't really do that. So I'm actually gonna pull up the original episode of Conjun House right here. I'm gonna mute it a couple of times, just because of the strong language in it, and sort of show you how I kind of ripped this off, basically. So let me just make sure it's all good. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So this right here is Conjun House. This is episode 2. I will show you the clip. Spot the differences. Right here.
Here are the rules, Slugger. You get 3 tries to answer a question. Your prize for winning is full legal authority to burn down my house and kill my... What?
Yeah, so I tried to, like, reference that sort of thing specifically, but didn't want to be too on the nose of that. But I just think my joke was a lot lamer in comparison. It's just what I was able to come up with at the time.
It's in the contract. Well, it doesn't matter anyway, because this question's a real butt breaker, folks. Think you can handle it?
I think I swallowed a bottle cap.
Your question is, what is this shape?
It's, It's a,
He will never get this question right.
Is it a circle? You idiot! It's a square! It's a square? No! Why? Wait, I've never burned down a house before, and you never will!
Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I owe my soul to this man. A lot of my humor is sort of invented from this show, honestly. So, if you want a really stupid show to watch, and it's appropriate for you, because there's a lot of strong language, a lot of weird stuff that's not really safe for children to watch, I'd recommend Conjun House. It's really stupid, really funny. But yeah, let's get back to the video y'all came here for. But yeah. Let me just make sure everything's still good on my end. I'm here for. Okay. Yeah, so moving on. There's the boy! There's the man, the myth, the legend, the Tom Nook. I feel like this was sort of a tease for things to come, but honestly, I didn't really process the idea of Leaf Haven at the time. I just wanted to use some Animal Crossing models. I really like Tom Nook. And then the text-to-speech software I was using at the time, I used for my old Scott the Woz YouTube poop in the Animal Crossing Amiibo conflict. I've gotten much better software for Animal Crossing text-to-speech since then. Yeah, it's very old-fashioned. You couldn't really do much with it. What an evil man. I would never be this sadistic in Leaf Haven. I'm telling you now, this is not canon. Salute to a soldier.
In 2077, what makes someone a criminal? Getting
Yeah, this was back when Cyberpunk 2077 was still relevant at the time, and Keanu Reeves, I mean, he still is, but like, he was considered, you know, a national treasure. I figured, why not add on top of this stupid, inappropriate meme?
And the question is, who is the question?
So this, I believe, was the second segment I made, because this was for, Onyx King and his collab that he was doing at the time, which came out like a day after SMG4's one. Because I was watching Onyx King at the time, too. And yeah, this, I believe, was the second bit I did. Because, you know, the deadline was close up. I love how all the emblems spell out mom. Interpret that how you wish. Talking about YouTube poops, so we do a commentary for bordering on tomfoolery? Oh, absolutely. Abso-friggin-lutely, I plan to do that eventually, but that'll be a little while, afterwards. Like, I want to do the Super Monkey Ball video first, at least. And then we'll talk about bordering on tomfoolery, probably. But yeah, so this, and this is another reference to Fesh Prince of Blair. And, I'm gonna move my webcam down for a second so that you can see, one of the, a man you will get familiar with soon. That's my boy Tex the Penguin. Ah, boy, and he will be a character in Leaf Haven. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah, Tex is a character I was really admired in New Horizons, because he was one of my first villagers I thought looked really dope and cool. And this video came out after the Animal Crossing New Horizons Penguin Pack by Cat Craze came out, but before the Human Pack did. So my original idea was just to make a Mario 64 blooper series, and Tex just happens to be there. But now, obviously, Leaf Haven's becoming a thing. And there's that. In fact, I was making an Animal Crossing New Horizons gameplay series throughout 2020. In the final episode, I had some text on screen that says Tex will return in the style of, like, you know, MCU movies. And those videos, most of those videos are not public on the channel anymore, but you can still find them through a playlist on the channel if you are interested in some more casual New Horizons gameplay. But yeah, I just include this because the original Fresh Prince video had an explosion in there. I need an excuse to use it. So yeah, let's resort back.
No. The correct answer is no. Splurps.
YouTube poops are my kryptonite. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Happy Pride Month. Love wins.
I'm tired.
And then, yeah, I'm a tire. I'm a tire. That was a big meme at the time surrounding Mario. And, you know, that's just a good excuse to, like, put the recolor in again.
Welcome to the King Obstacle Course. To become the king, you must get through the thing. Ready, go! I did it!
So that's another audio bit that's an audio bit I stole directly from Conjun House. Though I censored the swear in it. And it was a good excuse to, like, for me to throw Steve in there. And just have a little short 5-second bit that's, like, really stupid. And I just threw whatever I had on the workshop at the time. There's a villager, not the friendly villager that you know. But yeah, so yeah, let's get an instant replay. Every frame is very important to dissect. Oh yeah, hold on. The Morgan Freeman GoldenEye model from the GNR videos. I thought I would sneak that in there. That's just dumb. And then the Arizona flag. I live in Arizona. I thought it'd be cute. And here's the live action bit. Because some SMODNARs would have Luke actually appearing on camera. And I figured, you know, this would be a cute way to incorporate a live action bit into the video. Yeah, I just figured it'd make a good use of the Jub plush. And I filmed this, I had some family that was around this area, and there was this giant field right here, and figured this is a good spot to do it while I was visiting. And shouts to my brother Ethan for filming this. It took like 5 to 6 takes to get it right. He's not even really familiar with SMG4. He only has seen this video. I'm blessed every day that he's oblivious. But I appreciate him all the same for helping with his shot. And I just used some royalty-free music because I couldn't really think of any good montage stuff.
And the perfect shot.
This is so corny.
Home run. Touchdown. Kick the baby. The kingdom come. Praise Jesus. Hallelujah.
I had way too much confidence for the stupid bit.
Was that a good take, buddy?
Perfect.
Right. Good. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Great.
Okay. Whew, okay, that's good. That's good.
You need to say cut.
Yeah, cut. Okay.
Ethan, I thank you every day for helping me out with this, and I'm sorry you had to be exposed to SMG4 this way. Hey, Shotcat. How is my favorite green blob doing? You caught at the perfect time. We're kicking babies today. This is a precursor to the orphanage stuff. And here, the greatest cinematic masterpiece. The Godfather of who? Citizen Kane? More like Citizen Lame. We got Bob the movie right here. So Bob is my favorite SMG4 character. And I wanted to dedicate a very special segment to him specifically. Because, you know, there was a few Bob the movie segments around 2017. I wanted to make one of my own. To just celebrate this really stupid character. Because, like, he was a big reason why I got hooked onto SMG4. Because of Mario's Train Trip was one of the first videos I watched. And that was my introduction to Bob. And his impression, which is the stupid, like, model that I didn't know where it was from at the time. I obviously know now it's from Majora's Mask. And just the text-to-speech voice was just so funny to me. I became obsessed with this character. I love him so much. And so I made this as a stupid way to celebrate the sexy man's legacy. The sequel that everyone asked for.
Welcome to the lifeless Hyrule Castle Town.
And I said in Hyrule because, you know, Zelda model. Figured it makes sense. The Majora's Mask model in Ocarina of Time area. A little weird, but, I mean, Hyrule Field. It makes sense.
What was once a bustling marketplace has become a shell of its former self thanks to banana looting, coronavirus 2, and of course the most destructive creation in all of history, Twitter.
So true, bestie. So here on the left side we have Mac the dog. He was another character that was in my New Horizons town initially. And yeah, he shall be another character in Leaf Haven. I wasn't even including him here for like teaser or anything. I just did because it was funny and like referenced to something I liked. As far as, you know, the references here, yeah, coronavirus 2, because obviously the pandemic was big at the time. And like Twitter right here. Yeah, Twitter, the most destructive creation in all of history. Elon Musk had to buy it out, kill it where it stands to save humanity, and then rebuild it under a different name. And yes, I will be calling it X from here on out because hell comes in many forms, and Twitter does not deserve to be named as a sign of respect because there was never any respect when it comes to Twitter. So X it is from here on out. And then banana looting, I was just running out of ideas. I remember that was... I couldn't really crop out the white background on that image at the time, so I had to use like another software online and make a free account, I'm pretty sure, to like get the spoiled bananas in there. And that was not at all a precursor for things to come, I swear, with the bananas.
But beyond these gates, there's one force that keeps this place from crumbling down. That is, of course, me, Bob, the sexiest
There he
man
is!
alive. Oh, my Bob senses are tingling. What's that? It's the cult of Mountain Doritos ready to finish the job.
I figured the Mounted Doritos, the player models, it's an excuse to add player models into the video, and it's also just, it works for Bob. It's so stupid and so silly just to have these Mountain Dew Doritos formations just coming out of nowhere. Speaking of coming out of nowhere, I've had an apple on my desk the entire time that needs to be eaten. And... oh boy.
Don't worry, I always use my secret smart strategy. Hey gamers, want some free Mentos?
And yeah, obviously Mentos, you know, post soda and Mentos. The destruction of humanity comes abode. I don't know. I can't English.
Go get it, you little scrubs.
And now we have what is easily my favorite shot of the video. I laugh every time I see this bit. I have no idea how I made this shot work. Because it was like... So I obviously have, you know, I had all these models welded together. And then just welded and go into the Mentos. And then I did like another shot where all of them were just standing there. And then just blown. This is probably my favorite thing I've ever done, Gary's mod. It's so stupid. It's so funny. Can we get one more replay for the content?
Scrubs. Those idiots never suspect a thing long. Wait a second. No, it can't be.
And then Goofy, I included here because of... I was obsessed with Brock Baker's videos about Goofy wanting money from his roommate Damien. It's really, really funny puppet videos. And all the voice clips were from that saga. And it's just really, really stupid and so funny. I figured I'd reference it here. Why not?
Goofy, I should have known all along.
I'm gonna make your life a living nightmare.
Not if I have anything to say about it, and I do. Prepare for my super spicy MMO attack. Swag, 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 swag.
Okay, so the super spicy Mimi O attack, that's a reference to the Mario's train trip video, where he's just attacking Toad. And I don't even know if that's what he properly said. That's just what I deciphered from it. It's just what I got out of it. And then the Goofy, I just did stop motion on a pink screen. He wasn't actually there. I know, I'm killing the immersion.
Oh, my ovaries.
Absolutely unfortunate. I had to throw in a bit about the ovaries.
I'm jiggling with rage!
Oh, crap.
I'm gonna ask you one last time. Where's my money?
I don't have it. I swear.
Okay.
And then he just goes in to kiss Bob. I'm not crazy about the angle I got at, but what are you gonna do?
And that, kids, is why honesty is always the answer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna play with my $3, 42 cents, 5 rubber bands, an old boot, and half a bean.
And that was stolen from the same Brock Baker video about, like, the money and everything. Just what Damien owed Goofy.
Oh yeah, now this is the life or not again.
Man, yeah, we were pregame at the homeless shelter early tonight, and then we went to pick up later on the side of the road. It was great. Well, I donated blood in the car. It was great. Hey guys, condoms, right? Why don't you
So that bit was just audio from the Scott the Woz episode Homecoming, one of the most unhinged videos he's ever made. And I figured it was a good excuse to put some recolors in, because why not, right? And Luigi model was actually the model, a recreation of the model from the Mario 64 beta, since that got leaked out earlier that year. So I figured that was a good excuse to use it. That was cinema. Yes. Avengers Infinity War. Infinity Bore. And now we get to the greatest part of the video, the brain rot.
It's spherical.
Yeah, the 21st century humor bit. This is the bit that got into the SMG4 collab. And like, I think this was like probably the third bit I did, because SMG4 did announce his collab while I was in the process of making this video. So I figured, why not? I'm gonna get through this now just so I don't have to do it later. And funny enough, I think about a couple months ago, this portion, when I uploaded it by itself as an unlisted video to send over to the team, got age restricted. But the actual video that includes this bit is still fine. Same thing happened with Bordering on Tomfoolery. There was a bit that got age restricted when I uploaded it as a separate thing, but in the full video, it's fine. I do not understand YouTube's content guideline systems, and nor do I care to. Bob knows no boundaries, of course. But yeah, so I wanted to make it as unhinged as possible to like parody the 21st century humor videos that were going on at the time. I wanted to do even more with this, but I was kind of pressed for time, so.
Drop the core.
And there he is. The recolor got into an official SMG4 video. He didn't say I hate Super Monkey Ball, but he did say drop the corn. It also was a good excuse to use Rob.
It's okay, I have it.
And a good excuse to use Toast Guy, for that matter. I'm pretty sure I was the only person to include Toast Guy in one of their entries. So there was that. And then you have Rob doing the floss. I wanted to make this both as based and cringe as possible.
Pizza here.
And there's the returning bit with the actual fart sound effects.
Oh my god! My penis!
And there's Viger. Yeah, I include this because he does reaction videos to SMG4, and he laughs a ton at the Pingus jokes, so I wanted to try and include them in here. And I included this disclaimer at the bottom left, just so like the team didn't think I was trying to make fun of him or anything. And it got into the video. I'll show the bit where Viger's actually reacting to it shortly. Welcome back, A. After we're done showing you the bit right here, I wanted to do it just to have a little bit of fun, and his reaction was gold, so I'll show that after that. Baba Boy, that was popular at the time.
What did you just call me?
And yeah, Baba Boy.
Yeah. My Baba Boy, please stop bothering me.
This is so cursing. Why do you use Frankie? And then I made this myself, actually, so I just used, because there was no official Frankie model made public, so I just took the NPC Toad model that Team Toad made, and then just changed the glassers to... I'm English. I changed the textures on the eyes to make it look like he was wearing glasses.
Would you make me spaghetti?
And then just another reference of Fesh Pins for the Road. And then Nathaniel Bandy right there. Striving for originality, my brother. So, and that was 21st century humor. Portrayed by, SMG4. And I'm so thankful that, this got into the video. Just because it's just so random and just so stupid, but I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm gonna pull up the bit where, Viger actually reacts to it. Let me see here. Alright, Viger SMG4 2020. Yeah, so yeah, let me skip up to the part where he sees the bit. Mission accomplished. Yeah, let me, just make sure I'm not skipping over. Okay. Alright, here it is. Yeah, here's the bit where, my main goal, this man right here, just sees his life flash before his eyes.
What is happening? There's a lot all of a sudden happening right now. Oh my god! My penis!
It's a reaction of a reaction!
What is happening?
Look what I...
And I'm just gonna stop right there because that other entry is like really, really weird. But yeah, it was one of the coolest things to me, just to see that happen. I'm glad he got a laugh out of that. But yeah, so that was epic. But now let's finish off this video now, shall we? And then here he be.
So, what do you think?
Let the man on fire.
I'll take that as a no, I guess.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
And that's how the video ends, basically. I do talk for a couple minutes. We'll get to that in a moment. I did rush this ending, because like I said, I had to leave for holiday. The original plan, actually, I was going to do a segment where I was going to reference the meme from Pirates of the Caribbean, where it's like, that's gotta be the best pirate I've ever seen. So it would seem. And then it cuts to just this giant raft. And I was gonna put Fishy Boopkins on the raft to, like, assert his dominance. And the actual ending was gonna be SMG4 on fire. And then I go and bury his body out at sea. Because I killed him, basically. And then Fishy Boopkins was gonna come in. And then, through the boat, from that scene, and then hop off at the dock, stare at me, and be like, hey, do you have any anime? And then I was like, I'll just set down a bomb. I was like, you'll never take me alive! And then the bomb goes, my main goal is to blow up. And then it explodes, and then the video would end right there. But like I said, I had to rush this thing. So that's how it was gonna end. And, but that's basically the fan video. Hey, Glitch, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. And now I'm just talking about, just thanking everybody for watching this video.
This is Matthew Smart here, and
you
really
ugly
hope
mug
you guys
with the
enjoyed
chest
this
hair.
SMG4 fan video. It was
I'll let this play out.
Absolute blast to work on from start to finish. If not a little bit tiring, since I kind of had to rush it a little bit so I could get this out before leaving for the holidays. On the left side of the screen, you can see most of the music and sound effects and voice clips that I used, since I used a lot of different sources from
I couldn't even fit everything on this
I don't
list.
want to look like I'm stealing from anybody.
That's something SMG4 did stop doing a while ago, and I don't know why. It's just good to have a good source of, like, everything used in the videos. Granted, I'm not one to talk, since I probably won't be crediting everything in the Leaf Haven videos. Maybe once the season is over,
It's all for the sake of references and having fun. Just a bit of real talk, SMG4 has become one of my biggest inspirations as a creator ever since I started watching them back in 2018 and meeting Luke and Kevin at the SMG4 tour back then. And
imagine liking
every
things.
Video is a personal
Imagine
one for
liking
me.
things.
I just find it so inspiring to see these guys coming from nothing, making stupid Mario 64 machinima videos and growing as a brand.
I still stand by that. It is
being able
impressive to
to
see
tell
how far they
stories
come
through
from
the
just
simplest
making
of
stupid
methods in the most
Mario videos.
Extreme ways. I just find that really, really inspiring, especially with their message that anybody can create.
That is something they said during the SMG4 tour back in the day. That was one of my biggest takeaways. Like, it doesn't matter where you come from, you can make something awesome. And that is something I still very much stand by today. And this was filmed back at, like, my dad's house. Actually, this was the only wall where I could, like, really talk before, like, without a bunch of junk in the way. And, like, and on top of that, too, like, I had to set up, like, a stand for, like, my 50-foot extension cord with a mic in order to get, like, semi-decent audio. It was not fun. I have a much better setup these days.
That's something that really drives me to keep on going. If you haven't seen SMG4 before, I'll put a link to their channel in the description. And they recently opened up a new channel called Glitch, where they're doing more original animated series. They just wrapped up their second season of their show Meta Runner, and it is some great stuff.
It's
so
crazy.
I'd recommend checking
It's crazy
that
to think
out as
how
well.
far
And, hey, if
Glitch
you
has
don't
come
like it,
too.
That's fine too.
I didn't think Glitch would become as big as it has. And, like, I did like the finale of Meta Runner. I do think the first half was kind of slow and oddly paced, but once we got to the second half of Season 3, I thought it was really solid. Murder Drones, I watched the first episode of, and unfortunately wasn't a big fan of it. But The Amazing Digital Circus, that show has gone so huge now, and that's insane to think about. And I really, really liked the pilot. I think it's the best thing that Glitch has made yet. I think it's really strong and just well put together. It's funny, it's imaginative. I really like it a lot. I haven't seen the second episode, but the pilot, really freaking good.
So anyways, yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought about this video, because again, I had a ton of fun making it, and if this gets a good enough response, I might even make more in the future. This really
I did
was
have a
huge,
plan,
fun
but it didn't really
passion
see its
project
way
for me.
through.
So anyways, I'm done rambling. Thank you all for watching again, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye!
Yeah, and then that's, you know, that's the end card and everything. So let me go ahead and turn, like, the video game tunes back on now. There we go. But yeah, so, essentially, my original plan, I was gonna make a trilogy of SMG4 fan videos. Once I found out the idea of Leaf Haven was possible, because of the, Animal Crossing Human Pack, I wanted to do some, things with it, where basically, I wanted to do a trilogy of SMG4 fan videos, but ultimately that didn't really see its way through, because I just, wasn't, it was just in development hell. The second idea was going to be a cooking guide with Mario, since Cooking with Bowser and Mario 2 was my favorite SMG4 episode, and I wanted to combine that with, like, the guide videos and everything. And then the third video was gonna be, like, a road trip with, I believe it was gonna be Mario, Bob, and Tari, trying to stop Wario and Waluigi from robbing a bank. And then I would have this mental health crisis about, like, I'm never gonna be like SMG4. And then Tex comes into the picture, and then reminds me just be yourself, and then I become the villager, but that didn't fall through. And then of course, something crazy in my life happened. And, so, when I posted this fan video, and I saw people coming in from seeing the entry in the collab, a certain user by the name of Shockhat734 commented on it, and they subscribed because of the last bit in the video. And I had already been watching him for a few months beforehand, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. Thanks for watching. Your content's great, and I'm surprised your entry didn't make it in, because he did make a great entry that didn't make it in. And I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, but I'm glad your entry made in. And then I joined his Discord server, which you shouldn't join, because it is a nightmare. He will admit that himself. And I joined that in the summer of 2021. And then, in October of that year, I posted an image with the caption, "Know the difference," as a way to promote myself. And it was this. So this right here is how Evil Matthew Stewart was born. Because the evil memes were just, oh, this is the opposite of this person's personality. That was the popular thing at the time. Did you share the script for the bank robbery video before? It sounds so familiar. I never got started on any of the scripts for the video. I think I did get started on the cooking script, but never really saw the light of day. So I posted this image, just because, you know, I wanted to reference a thing, and, you know, the Super Monkey Ball bit was because I was working on the Super Monkey Ball video at the time. I wanted to talk about Super Monkey Ball as far back as 2015 in a review. I just wasn't confident to do so with my setup and equipment at the time. But this is what I posted, just to show, oh, the friendly villager and everything. And then, people took the recolor, just thought it was really funny. And then a man named Thunderburger79 misspelled smart as Stewart. And I was like, what is going on here? I don't get this. I don't know why you're all doing this. But it is kind of funny. So I gave Shockhat the textures to the recolor, include him in his Halloween video that year, and then I Hate Super Monkey Ball became reality in his 10k subscriber special, and he's 1,000 away from hitting 100k subscribers, so you should go and subscribe to Shockhat734 right now, because otherwise, the collab will never come out, and you'll never see the balloon battle video shown to more people. For shame. Subscribe to him now, immediately. Do it. If it's appropriate for you. The videos aren't inherently family friendly. I'll warn that right now. Yeah, so, people took this, and then Good God's Time to Shine in the Mirror World video. And then, now, Leaf Haven is becoming a thing, and you never know. Will Evil Matthew Smart show up? I cannot say anything. I can't confirm or deny anything about that right now. Yeah. So as far as, you know, how far I've come with this fan video, it's just crazy to me, like, to see, you know, everything, just, because, you know, like, when I was making this video, I had no idea things would go so far, with it, from, like, all the friends I would make from this, whether it be Team Toad, or, like, SSGV5 or anything. Like, it's crazy to me, just to see how much has happened in that amount of time. And, like, you know, And for that reason, you know, especially with like how I was able to try something new with this machinima thing, I will forever be proud of this video. Of course, if I were to make it today, I'd be doing it a lot differently. The show is a much different beast now compared to what it was before, with all the story arcs and redesigns and everything. And like, regardless of what you think of those changes, I have my opinions, but that's none of your business. It's just something where it's just like, to see how far SMG4 has come, and to see how far I've come as a creator, yeah, some of the stuff I do cringe at now, especially the parts where I'm voicing myself. But it's just something where I'm just so grateful that I was even able to make this in the first place because of how much it has changed my life. It sounds so stupid to say that about SMG4, but that really is the truth. I owe so much to this video. And even though I may not particularly think it's a masterpiece nowadays, aside from a handful of bits, of course Bob the movie is peak. Like, it's something that I will look back on, and I will forever cherish, even if I may not think is the best. I still respect this video for what it is. Now, if you were to ask me, Shotcat734, what he thinks about this video, is absolutely fantastic! It's peak fiction! It's GOAT! It's raw! It's fire! It's GOAT! Like, what do you say, brother? This is peak! You know, there is nothing that can be done here that can be improved on! This is peak! This is peak! But yeah, like... Yeah, so yeah, there was a lot of material. Like, I was gonna have this series segue into Leaf Haven, and originally the plan was actually to like do a video where like we kill off evil Matthew Stewart, where it's just Matthew, Mario, Bob, and Tex going on an adventure in the style of Super Mario RPG, and this was before the remake was announced, so there's that, to get the 7 crystal stars, and have Shockhat be the leader to like turn me back to normal villager, because I like put on the recolor as a disguise to sort of blend in and try to be like SMG4 and everything. I'm killing off the recolor for real, yes. But that never saw the light of day. Really, it was just to like, really the whole thing would have just been a way to get a point across that could have gone across in 5 seconds. And like, and I was also just very insecure about Evil Matthew Stewart at the time, where it's like, it's overshadowing like, oh, what I really want to do. Nowadays, I've just learned to embrace the character a lot more. Of course, it's not something I really like talking about on this channel, like I said, because I want the focus to be on the stuff that I'm actually working on here. But I feel like, you know, it's good to have the context of what I was doing at the time to sort of like understand, like, you know, where I'm at now with, because I do owe a lot to the character. I owe a lot to Shockhat. I owe a lot to Might Warrior. I owe a lot to like Team Toad guys and everything. I'm forever grateful for that. And like, you know, if you found me from this video or like Evil Matthew Stewart or anything like that, thank you. Seriously, I'm glad you're here. I hope you're really looking forward to like Leaf Haven and everything. It's just it means a lot to know that people are actually caring about this. And my channel, the channel is growing. People like the response to the prologue video that I made proved to me that I wasn't putting in all this effort for 3 years for nothing, and a lot of stuff is moving forward with it. So I feel like I want to show you a couple of new things regarding Leaf Haven now. So let me go ahead and close out of that. And so I want to show you some renders and show you the proper main cast of the series. So let me start out by pulling up. Yeah, these are renders that I made in Source Filmmaker. They're going to be used for like character descriptions and everything. So let me pull some of these up. So starting off, we have, of course, me, the boy. Ah, boy. I love when OBS uses layers. So yeah. So we got the boy, me, good Matthew Smart. So this is gonna be, I'm the main character of the series. It's a bit of an ego boost, basically. So basically, the description of the characters, the show takes place after the events of the prologue, where essentially, after Matthew gets the ticket to see what Leaf Haven is all about, he goes there to try and start a new life. And he tries to look out for the best in people, tries to like help out and everything, but he's also like very sarcastic and can sometimes not really get the memo. So a lot of those jokes tend to like backfire on the community in general. And but above all else, he's just a friendly little guy. And there are going to be leitmotifs for these characters as well, to sort of like have a cute little theme for each of them, but that's neither here nor there right now. Yeah. So you'll be seeing him a lot more often. So if you enjoyed Shotcat's Mirror World video a lot, if you enjoyed Villager and him, good news, you'll be seeing a lot more of him here. And he loves Super Monkey Ball. I don't know how I'm gonna... I probably am gonna reference that in the series, but I feel like I want it to come off naturally. So that's a bit of the tricky thing here. Next up is the boy, Tom Nook. So I originally had another render of Tom Nook that I had available. Does he like Super Mario Sunshine? Don't tell Ghetto SMG4 my opinions on Super Mario Sunshine. It'll be very sad. But yeah, Tom Nook is going to be sort of the mentor. So I originally had him in like the sweater outfit for in fact, I have a render ready and everything. So here is the render I originally had for Tom Nook. From the autumn outfit for New Horizons. But someone else, I don't remember the name sadly, made some improved models for the New Horizons stuff, including custom ones for some of the characters. And they have the apron from the GameCube, which is my favorite look for Tom Nook. And that's what we're going to go with. You might see the winter outfit eventually. It looks like the mafia boss that lives near me with the sweater. You never know what his role is going to be. But yeah, he's going to be basically acting as a mentor. So we're like getting Matthew situated with like the town and everything. And also, Matthew's going to be working for Tom Nook at Nook's Cranny. He's basically going to be sort of just giving advice with his like wise age and everything. And with bordering on tomfoolery, which is canon to the series, Tom Nook is also like learning lessons about himself to like be more caring for others, given his dark past and everything, that are going to be explored a bit more as the series progresses. It can be a bit cranky, but it's not without reason. He generally just wants what's best for the town. So he's not going to be the portrayal that a lot of people see him as, the greedy overlord. I'm really tired of that trope, even though I did play into that in bordering on tomfoolery. But yeah, next up is who you saw in the Bob the Movie segment, Mac the dog. And so Mac is going to be one of 3 villagers living in the town at the time. There are going to be more as the series progresses, but we're just going to focus on 3 for now. And the 3 I'm going to talk about are the ones that are going to be developed the most. So Mac is a really Overlord joke is overused the Isabel being a psycho with Doom guy joke. Exactly. And that was amusing for the time because of the Doom Eternal thing and everything. What the dog doing? He's roughing up. So Mac is a jock dog, a bulldog essentially, and he's not exactly the nicest person. He has a bit of a prejudice against humans, basically. He tries to prove that he's better than everyone else through competition and everything. So You're gonna see him act as like the huge sportsy guy in the show, basically as a major rival for a good while. Very tough persona. So that's Mac for you. And then the next character, who you guys do not know yet. Let me pull up the boy. No, the boy. The girl. No. So this is Pashmina the goat. And she is the sisterly type in the town. She is generally a bit more caring towards others. She tends to give the men a lot of smack for a lot of the stupid stuff they tend to do. But she is pretty competitive in her own way. The actual goat. Yeah, so she does have a competitive spirit, but she knows when to dial it back. And she's also very passionate about cooking as well, though she isn't exactly the greatest with the oven. So she's gonna be sort of like, she's gonna be a fun force to be reckoned with in the show. And then we got my boy Tex the Penguin. So he is he's sort of the smug type, where he has a bit of a ego trip. He's very confident in himself, but he's also like very open to new experiences and being friendly with people. And I will say, the beginning of the show, most of the animals aren't particularly going to be very fond of Matthew, but Tex will be very quick to warm up to him, since he is open to those experiences. He's also a big music junkie. He loves like playing instruments and everything. He likes trains a lot, collecting plastic bottle caps. So he does have a bit of an ego trip. But he does mean well. He does have a fun, down-to-earth spirit. So that is Tex right there. Can you play the Tornado of Souls solo? I don't think I know what that song is. And then finally, we have Blathers the Owl, and he's gonna be running the museum in the town. And he's very sophisticated. He knows a lot about nature and everything, living in it. But he's also deathly afraid of bugs. He will freak out and like cause the whole world to burn if it means not having to deal with bugs and everything. He's gonna be a very fun type. I have an episode planned for him that I think is gonna be really special. Now, all these characters are also gonna be voice acted. The original plan was just have like, me and someone else do 2 characters and the rest be Animal Crossing Texas Beach, but I figured that'd be really lame and sad. So all the characters are gonna be voice acted by people. I set up a community of people that have different characters they're gonna play. Some that you might know, some that are new faces. I'm not gonna reveal who they are right now because anything can change at any time. Cause things can fall through and everything. And I'd rather you be surprised to see who's voicing who when the show. So, well, okay. I mean, good Matthew Smart right here is being voiced by me, duh. But the rest, you'll see in due time. But yeah, I guess before I head off for today, because that's all I really want to talk about with regards to Leaf Haven for now. I do have a couple of other things that I want to talk about regarding SMG4. I have a couple of clips that I want to show of some stuff that's happened since the fan video that I think are pretty neat. So, remember how I said that I met Luke and Kevin in during the SMG4 tour in 2018. I managed to get Luke's attention again during the 2021 live stream that they did for getting 5 million subscribers. I'll show that in a second. What is the next character? You'll have to wait and see. Those are the 6. Matthew, Tom Nook, Mac, Peshmian, Tex, and Blathers are going to be the only 6 that are going to be in the town for the time being. Because the town is going to be starting to build up again. Because it's been abandoned for a long time. So it's taking its time. Yeah. So I'm going to show a clip of acknowledging Team Bob. Because I was a big supporter of Bob on the SMG4 Red at the time. Let me see. Where do I have the clip? Here we go. Here is that from the stream. Oh, I gotta turn the desktop audio back on. All right.
Matthew Smart says, as the self-proclaimed CEO of Team Bob on RSMG4, I want Bob to know how much I love him and everything he stands for. Much love from Arizona. Hear that, Bob? You got a fan from Arizona.
Woo, I didn't even know a Team Bob existed. Go Team Bob, let's go.
Yeah,
Thank you, Matthew.
hashtag Team Bob if you're on Team Bob.
And then I just add this in the edit for the... I add that in the edit for the subreddit. That is not the Leaf Haven map, but it's just a preset and everything. That was just me being excited about it. So yeah, I donated that with a super chat. I did donate twice because the first time I went through, the stream crashed. So that wasn't particularly fun. And yeah, there was Bob Texas speech going on throughout the entire thing, and I figured I wanted to acknowledge him, and now Bob has acknowledged me in series canon. So there's that. And the thing is too, I hate to ruin the magic for a lot of you. But that was actually edited by, the Bob Texas speech throughout the stream was actually being done by FM, and I am mutuals with FM now. So he kind of told me about that, and I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. And then one more thing I want to show off before I go. I posted this clip to some friends, like, last year. I just gotta remember where I specifically sent it. Here we go. So I made this short little video to announce a little something special for the Evil Matthew Stewart fans out there. Yeah. So I made this little short to announce a little something a little funny. I'm not even sure if you guys... Some of you do, but a lot of you don't. I figured this would be fun to show. I made this little short in Saturn.
Drink this juice and you'll become the most powerful man in the world? Just exactly what I need for world domination! Why do I suddenly feel smart?
Yep, official. My man. I got the friendly villager model in Super Mario 64. Shouts to my boy Dommy Pones for making that. He's a Mario 64 machinist. Yeah, he made this for me. I commissioned him about like $35-40 to like make this custom model. So if I do make more Super Mario 64 stuff, you may end up seeing him in the future, for like more collab entries and everything, because I do still like making stuff in Mario 64, and yeah, it's really cool. Again, thank you so much to Dom for making this. Forever blessed. Really, really freaking cool stuff. All the custom animations, everything, and maybe some more secret stuff that you might see someday, but that's neither here nor there right now. But yeah, with all that being said, I think that is going to be it for me for today. So yeah, that was my commentary, my SMG4 fan video. Again, I will forever be proud of that video for what it meant for me. in life and just how it pushed me forward into, like, you know, greater pastures and everything. And if you followed me because of the video or like anything else I've done related to Mishima, again, thank you. I really do appreciate that, and I hope you're excited for Leaf Haven, because I've never been more excited about a project than I have about Leaf Haven. And I think you're really going to dig it. It's going to be very different from Mishimas you're typically known for, but I think that's going to make it really special. I'll reveal more about the series in due time, but that's either here nor there right now. As for me, I'm going to get off. So streams in the future. Next up for me, I'm going to stream a playthrough of Yoshi's Island. I don't know when that's going to happen. I do have an important dentist appointment in a few days, and what the outcome of that is will depend on like when I get back into streaming. But first order of business is the Super Monkey Ball 2 video. You will not be hearing from me again until that video is finished. I've gone back to work on the script. It will be out before the Banana Rumble game comes out. I promise you that. So, thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching. I really appreciate it once again. I feel like I'm rambling at this point, so, yeah, I'll see you for Super Monkey Ball 2. I better not see any Mr. Stewart comments in there. Focus on the game, please. Can you tell me your opinions on Super Mario Sunshine? Killed my grandma. Alright, take it easy, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. I hope to see you all again sooner than later. Bye-bye.